And we are recording. Oh, yeah.
Can you hear
How
me
you
from
feeling,
eatiness?
Simo? Are you
I'm pretty good.
sick?
I have a
Why?
cold. I always have a cold. I think I'm always sick. It's crazy.
The
I don't know if
inside
it's
of
because the weather keeps changing or if it's because I'm just a weak little bitch. Who knows?
the inside of Simo's body, it looks like one of those like Mucinex hats. Like, I'm the evil cold, and I'm coming after you. Take Mucinex and slap that bitch right in the face. No!
Yeah,
That's what you
pretty
gotta
much.
do.
I think
So
I'm probably patient zero. I probably am. Who wants to play kissy face?
I see cops away.
Yeah.
Do this in 3, 2, 1. What are you doing?
Testes in my mouth.
Get on the ground, you fucking pledge.
Ew.
Welcome to the greatest podcast experience of your life. This is the Frat Chat Podcast.
All young men like three things: food, booze, pussy.
Featuring Carlos Garcia and Chris Moore.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'm Carlos Garcia with Chris Simo Moore. How's it going, Mr. Moore?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know what? It is what it is. People get sick. I'm not much of a bitch about it. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. And every time Simo talks to you guys, just picture this sound. Just imagine this.
Yeah. I'm sitting here eating an apple. I mean, drinking
You good guy.
drinking lots of water, eating lots of fruit.
Are you sure that's water this time? And just pour a little vodka soda in there again?
Let me tell you, I live off of vodka soda, but not today.
Honestly, I should switch to them because it is so much better for you. Like, I love rum and cokes, and they're great. No, I'm not gonna be wrong. Like, it's delicious. I'm smooth drunk. But then I realized that at the end of the night, when I have like 10 rum and cokes, I have like 10 fucking cokes. You know what I mean? So I'm laying up at night, wide awake, and all that dark soda is so much worse for you than like a clear Sprite and shit.
Burping like an animal.
Yeah, it's awful. You can't pass that, and then you just feel awful later. So
the first time I had ever ordered a hot toddy from the bar, I was thrown through a loop because growing up, my mom would give me what she considered a hot toddy, which was just a lemon drop. It was literally just like a shot of vodka and lemon.
Yeah, no, that's not a hot toddy.
It's not a hot toddy. But when I was younger, she'd be like, here, let me do this. She's like, honey, just drink this. I know it doesn't taste good. Just drink it. You'll be fine. She would get me liquored up and go to bed. That's what I thought a hot toddy was. So I went to the bar. I was like, can I get a round of hot toddies? And I had all these like warm drinks. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
We can't.
It's supposed to be hot, dude. What do you think it's called a hot toddy for?
I don't know. No idea. You know what? My uncle, my mom's brother's name is Todd. So when she's a hot toddy, I just thought it was like her brother's favorite drink.
There's just too many things to unravel there about a drink being called a hot toddy, and you have an uncle named Todd. I just do not want to touch it. It's very rapey. I'm not gonna touch it. It wasn't me. It was the voice. It wasn't me. Super rapey, you guys. Shout out to Simo's uncle, Hot Todd. Oh god, it was just his jizz and vodka. That's just what you didn't know. The old family recipe. That's why every time you're having it, he's by the window smiling like.
And one night my mom was like, we should look into veganism.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh god, I couldn't do it. No offense to vegans, can't do it. Just not for me. Not for me.
If you're a vegan, I'm assuming
Um,
you can't have jizz. Is that a fair assumption?
no,
It's an animal product,
I
right?
it is. We well, I guess it depends on what you believe. If you're a vegan and you believe that we descend from animals, then you can't have jizz. But
Mhm.
if you're a vegan who believes that like God just like plooped us there, then you don't think that we descend from the monkey and we're not animals, so you can have jizz. So isn't that weird? Depends what kind of vegan.
This is so gross, but a friend of mine recently told me, I can't say who it is, but a friend of mine recently told me that him and his friends would put jizz on a frying pan along with eggs
What?
as a prank
Oh!
for their friends. They would
Oh
fry up the little swimmers
no!
in eggs, and then after their friends would eat, be like, "Hey, you just ate my jizz." Wouldn't you be so
Oh,
upset?
oh, especially because you couldn't tell. They're both clear and then probably mix this in.
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be crazy if the day they had the jizz eggs, the entire team had like the best times ever? They broke all the records. What
Mm.
happened? And then he's just begging his friend, please jizz on my eggs, dude.
I need it. I want to
No.
win.
You were so mad the first time. Now I don't want to do it. Please. I'll
Hmm.
do
Hmm.
anything. Please just come on my eggs, buddy. I love you. That's not what you said before. Oh, God. I like how we're 6 minutes into the show and I've already spoken about jizzing in people's eggs.
Well, we haven't talked about poop yet, so we can go there.
That's true. That's definitely true. Actually, Stella just had some weird colored poop. Very
Oh
healthy
yeah.
positioning, but it was like orange.
Was it
So
was it like orange? It wasn't the color of the sea.
yeah, no. If she has some blue poop, I'm gonna be very concerned. I think it was like the treat that she had yesterday. It had some coloring in it, so now she's pooping orange. But
Hmm.
she's right here. She's right behind me, sleeping away. Because Julie's gone and Stella loves me more. So yay.
You know what? The first date I went on when I was in Chicago, one of my first gay dates, actually. No,
Oh,
I guess it's my first like gay date in Chicago. But I met this guy on this. Remember this website called Plenty of Fish?
plenty of fish. I never went on it, but yeah, that wasn't that one of the first
Old
ones.
school, yeah, it's one of the old school dating sites. So I had a profile on there, and I met this guy at in Chicago. It's called a Navy Pier. It's kind of like the boardwalk. Um, it's got like some rides and like a bunch of like shops and things. Anyway, so we meet there, and he's like, "What shall we do?" And I was like, I want to go on the bumper cars. I'm gonna go on the Ferris wheel. I want to do putt putt." I was naming all these things, and he's like, let's just walk around and talk. No one talks anymore. Like, what color would you say the water is? And I was like, I don't know, is dirty a color? Are you fucking kidding me? But it was like ruined from the beginning. But whenever I think of just the color of something, I always think about this loser being like, what color would you say the water is? Who cares?
What a
What? And then
fucking
also,
nerd.
we went on the Ferris wheel, and then afterwards, I went to throw away my ticket, and he was like, "You're not going to scrapbook that?" I said, "Ha ha ha!" And he said, "I think scrapbooking is a dying art." And I was like, "What? What the fuck kind of fag is this? Isn't that weird?"
I just like to get home after a long day at work, take my shoes off, pour myself a little hot toddy. Thank you, Todd. And I just like to scrapbook about my day. And I hope you scrapbook about
I have a
this.
scrapbook. You know what it's called? It's called my refrigerator door. I'm always recycling, and like I'm always moving things around and updating it and upgrading.
Yeah, I have literally like people will send me their like save the date wedding bullshit and magnets. So I just slap it on there, and then the next one comes and I just slap it on top. So there's like 16 couples fighting for fridge supremacy right now.
That's so
Once your
true.
wedding comes and goes, I don't like remember to take it down. So they're just like weddings in from like 2012.
You know what? Also about this weird date, I remember we went to this. I remember thinking to myself, this date can't get any worse. And then the guy was like, "Have you ever eaten at Bubba Gump's?" And I was like, "Mother fuck. And so then we went there, and I was like, what's your strongest drink? And they were like, this lemonade, something or another. I was like, okay, I'll take 2. And he's like, oh, I don't need one. And I was like, no, I'm not sharing. They're both for me. I need both. And I guzzled them both down. And anyway, that's the end of a perfect first date.
Yes, that was the
I
fantastic
can't remember
first
his
date. And
name because I didn't scrapbook it.
however, whenever you tell me about these awful days, then you're like, and then we broke up 6 months later when I just had enough. So hopefully you never saw him again, right?
I had better logic as a youngin than I did later on in life. Later on in life, I'm like, I give everyone leeway. Well, drinking problem, yeah, maybe, but it's still fun.
Yeah, you're still a cool guy.
hmm
Did heroin right before, but the gibberish he said after was super.
I'm not gonna
funny.
I don't have problems. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. Not at all, you guys. Oh Jesus, that is fuck. If someone starts talking about scrapbooking on a first date, I think I have to go home. But right after you told me that he didn't want to go on rides, though, it's like red flag number 1. Then why did you bring me here?
Right.
Fuck. Could have gone anywhere. Took me to the fucking park where there's literally nothing to do but sit or walk. Those are my options. You know what you're getting into. Fucking show me a roller coaster and be like, nah, just walk right by it. Not.
It took me everything in my power to jump off that fucking pier and just like swim away to freedom.
Yeah. And he likes to scrapbook. It's a great fucking picture to scrapbook on the roller coaster. Like, woo!
Totally.
Fucking idiot. Fucking loser. If he's gonna be a loser and scrapbook, at least have cool pictures in the fucking scrapbook.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna fucking scrapbook? You walking?
Mhm.
I don't want to see that. God, this guy just really angered me. I really just took this personally.
What a loser.
What a loser. But you know who's going to be a loser? You, if you don't come to the greatest comedy show of all time, you guys, because we're coming back to Broadway Comedy Club on Friday, March 17th at 7:15 p.m. with a fucking stacked lineup, son. Because that's what we do at the greatest comedy show of all time, baby. We bring you the greatest comedy show of all time. And it's hosted by Mr. Mo this time. We got Ron Prendamano doing a set. We got Christiana Jackson from Cash Cab, and you've seen on this show coming to the house. Liz Glazier in there from the New York Comedy Festival. Pedro Gonzalez from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and Chloe Radcliffe from Comedy Central headlining. Oh, fucking yeah. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. So get your tickets now at tiny.cc/greatest comedy show. Use promo code FRATCHAT to save 15% of those tickets, baby. And get them now. Again, that's tiny.cc/greatest comedy show. Or you can go to the Broadway Comedy Club website as well. Whatever you want. Let's give you choices here at the Frat Chat podcast. Because we're per choice. You know what I mean? That's what that means, right? Just let people choose
I think so.
whatever they want. I think so. Anyways, we're going to roll with it. So get your tickets now. Don't be a loser. Yeah.
What does Tiny CC stand for? CC Comedy Club?
Tiny.cc. No, it's a shortening
Credit card?
thing. It's a shortening website called tiny.cc. You
Maybe
put like a longer
Chris
link
and
in there.
Carlos?
Yes, I own it. I invented it. Carlos Cool.
We do own Frat Chat, so
That's
why
true.
not?
You never know what else I'm out there buying.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
you put your links in there, like a longer link, and then it shortens it for you, so you can, it'd be easier. Otherwise, it'd be like some Eventbrite link, which actually is not really that long, but it has a lot of numbers in it, so I don't think I remember that. But a lot of dashes, so nah.
Okay, so can I tell you something really catty?
No, the show's over. See ya. Now go
Okay.
on.
Bye, guys. Okay, so this girl that
Wait, you're gonna
worked
tell me
with
something
us,
catty?
yeah,
Bring
this
it
girl that
on.
worked with us, I thought we had a really good rapport, but she quit, and
She quit.
and I mean, it just wasn't a good fit, I guess. I don't think she was enjoying it, and but anyway, so she quit, and in her exit interview, she dragged all of us, and I was so caught off guard because I thought we had a good report and I was super helpful. And like, so when I have staff that's out on the West Coast, they when they close at like 7 o'clock their time, it's 10 o'clock my time. So I'm always available and I'm taking phone calls and I'm helping throughout the evening, you know. But she dragged
Mhm.
all of us. And then so we had a meeting with like HR and my boss about everything that she said, and we were like,
Damn.
maybe that was true, maybe that wasn't true. I mean, there's some truth in some of this, but I don't know if that was fair to say. And but I thought to myself, this girl does not know gay people too well, and she should have never told me where she's going next because I'm tempted to make an anonymous phone call. You know what I mean? I'm that person. So you want to make it uncomfortable for me and my job, bitch? You got some shit coming your way. So I spent like the entire week obsessing over how to ruin this person's life.
Oh my god. That's that
Obsessed. Like I just see red. I'm like, I cannot believe you would take it there. Why would you do that to us? We did nothing to you. We did nothing but help you out all day, every day. And you're gonna turn around and come after us and our livelihood? Bitch, please. You missed the
SEMA just
wrong
took a very
hooker.
dark turn over here.
Yeah.
Very frightened for this lady right now. Think you might want to run away. At least change your name. Maybe work somewhere else.
Yep.
Just saying.
All of the above. But I thought you want to cross me, you crossed the wrong homo, little girl. I will not jump off this chariot and throw tomatoes with you. I will just run your ass over.
That's right. And don't you forget
Mhm.
to never cross that homo again.
Yes.
She'll kick your ass. Get a SEMO and look good while doing it. Yeah. I think I think every gay person should have that song ready if whenever they say something really cool and then just playing it and dance out of the room. I think it would be
Totally.
so cool.
That and or Kitty Girl is still my favorite.
Yeah.
Hey, Kitty Girl, it's your
Just
world.
walk out of the It's like, oh yeah, you think being gay is wrong? Well, you didn't think it was wrong last night when I was fucking your husband. Hey, kitty girl.
Dude, do you watch what's the show called? It was Jon Stewart. It's this like new show.
Oh, not the Daily Show, not the.
It's like the problem. No, the project. The doesn't matter. Anyway, he interviewed this Republican senator from I think Oklahoma
Problem,
about
yeah.
the problem, right? It's such a good show, and he interviewed this guy from Oklahoma who was like a staunch like gun lover, and he was like, I don't think there should be any infringement on my rights, yada yada yada. And so John Stewart brought up this like amazing argument. He said, okay, so isn't like voting like a right? And the guy's like, yeah. He's like, so in order to vote, what do you have to do? And the guy's like, you have to turn 18. And John Stewart's like, yes, but what do you have to do? The guy's like, I don't know. And John's like, you have to register. You have to register. He's like, people should register for their guns, you know?
Yep.
So then this guy was like, he's like, obesity is a top killer of Americans. Like, we should do something. And Jon Stewart's like, but in your logic, you would give obese people ice cream. He's like, what? He's like, because you're saying to solve the gun problems, we need more guns. That's your logic. I was like, man, this is brilliant. I wish I had. It's all like, I don't know. I just think Jon Stewart is just an American gem.
Yeah, he's the fucking man.
I was like, man, I wish I thought like this clearly when I'm talking to coworkers at lunch, because they are like in love with all this like conservative liberal, thoughts, and I'm just not intelligent enough to have like a legit debate with them. You know what I mean? I just need Jon Stewart on my shoulder at all times.
That's all you need. Just have his podcast on or something. Just put it on in the background of your ear, and then just quote whatever he says at all times. It'll be great.
Totally. Just in love with that man.
No, yeah, he's the man. Big Jon Stewart guy here. Anyways,
So we talked about jizz, we talked about poop, we talked about the comedy show, we talked about Jon Stewart. Now what's up on the docket?
Well, on the docket, or as Simo likes to call it, the dicket. It's time to get to it. Oh God! Look at him blowing that nose
know.
right there. That's that's right there, just for you guys watching on YouTube.
You know what? My new nose so far hasn't really been doing so hot.
Oh God. Well, anyways, it's time because we have to finish out this epic tournament, Mr. Mo, that we begun last week. Many couples begun here, and many couples have left. And I don't know why I'm talking like an old preacher, but I kind of like it. Hey. And now it's time to finish out the tournament to determine the greatest couple, the greatest celebrity couple in the history of the world. Well, actually, I don't know. Just the ones we like. That was kind of dramatic, and I like it. But yeah, these are just couples that we love. And let me remind the people who we started out with. We started out with Tom Holland and Zendaya, Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake, Bennifer, number 1, as it was called, Ben Affleck and J-Lo, Sonny and Cher,
Original.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, David Beckham and Victoria, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, Barack and Michelle Obama. No, I say it so Latino there. Barack and Michelle Obama. John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, George Clooney and Amal, the international lawyer, Betty White and Alan Lutton, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi, Lily Tomlin and Jane Wagner, Beyonce and Jay-Z, Ice-T and Coco, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne, Sharon! John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Brad Pitt and Jen Aniston, and wait for it, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And we had to make some cuts already, because here's the thing. This was a tournament of 16, so naturally, we have to get some of these bitches out. The first one that went was Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. We were both naturally like, get out of here.
They have enough
George
wins in
Clooney
life.
Mall.
They have all the money they could ask for.
Yeah, and they're like,
They don't need this.
Don't watch me, but let me put out a book. Buy my book and watching my documentary. But leave me alone. I don't want you knowing about my life. But make sure you watch my documentary all about my life and read my book all about my life. Make sure you do that. Just do it. Up next, George Clooney and Amal took a dip. Nothing personal. They just had to go. Next, Betty White and Alan also had to go. And we just thought Betty.
Well, but they're already gone, to be fair.
Yeah, they're not going to be mad about it, to be fair.
They don't need this.
We just thought that Betty was a standalone babe, a woman. You know what I mean? She didn't need no man. No one knew her as necessarily like the couple. It was more about just her, Betty.
So
Betty
everyone, go light a candle for Betty.
Yes, we love her. And go light a candle in the bathroom after Simo too, because you don't know what you're walking into. Lily Tomlin and Jane Wagner went because Simo hates lesbians. That's what he said. It's like, fuck these bitches.
Let's be honest, guys.
List, you gotta go.
Yeah. You and your cats.
Not just kidding. It wasn't anything they did. It was technically, just Jane wasn't famous enough. So sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, because we just have to get Jada's name out of our mouths. We don't want to get slapped around here. And John Lennon and Yoko Ono, because that bitch like to ruin performances. They're stupid sounds. Just posted a clip of it, if you don't believe us, at the Frat Chat Podcast Instagram and YouTube. So check it out at Frat Chat Podcast on Instagram and YouTube. You see my comparison to her actual fucking sounds. Just so you know, I'm not crazy. This bitch was crazy. But anyways, that led to some epic matchups between Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz versus Ellen and Portia, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell versus Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, Ben Affleck and J-Lo versus Barack and Michelle Obama, Brittany and Justin versus Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne, Ice-T and Coco versus David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, Tom Holland and Zendaya versus John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, Sonny and Cher versus Brad Pitt and Jen Aniston, and Beyonce and Jay-Z versus Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. And what we have now for round 2 are the following matchups. Hold on, let me get my dramatic music back on. Yeah. So dramatic. Gotta have it, you know, it's just super, super dramatic. But anyways, for the first round, round 2, we're gonna have Ellen DeGeneres and Portia versus Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell in a matchup with epic repercussions. Because, let me make sure, that's right, Ellen and Portia are only gay couple left on the list. So what will happen? We don't know yet. Also, Barack and Michelle Obama are going to be up against Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne, which I'm not going to lie is pretty cool matchup too. I'm excited about that. And then, and this happened randomly, the next 2 rounds are musician couples. We got Ice-T and Coco up against John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. And last but not least, Sonny and Cher are going to be up against a girl that ain't no single lady, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that music makes things intense. I like it.
That was a lot of people.
That was a lot of people.
So to get down to 8 couples amongst all the couples in the world, I think we did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't say so myself.
And we're still friends after. You know, we had debates, we had arguments about this. It wasn't easy decisions, you guys, and we ended up not only coming up with some damn good tournaments.
There were some slurs.
Still,
okay, I'm just going to say it. There were some slurs, but
we have to edit them out.
We chosen to move on.
Canceled. Yes.
So
things are great now. Things are very good now. After some slight mediation and therapy. Yes. Anyways. Okay. So we made it here, and we're up to the first round of round 2. We got Ellen and Portia versus Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. This is tough.
Well, I really do love lesbians, but just Goldie Hawn and
Don't
Kurt
you have
Russell,
a joke about saying "but" after segments? It usually doesn't end well.
It's like when people say, "I'm not racist," but you're like, well, the next thing's definitely going to be problematic that you say. You know, so
I don't hate lesbians.
I don't hate lesbos, but no, I obviously I want to have
bitches with that. Just kidding.
In the perfect world for me, I would have like a queer person make it to the finish line, of course. But as far as I'm concerned, you know, Goldie Hawn supports queer rights. She actually like very firmly denounces anti-gay laws in countries that criminalize gayness. So I feel like there's no harm in supporting Goldie Hawn because she supports me. We also still have Cher on the docket. So I'm sorry, the dicket. So I'm okay with eliminating Ellen and Portia. I think that they are both very beautiful, amazing women, and I think that they have a beautiful relationship. But I think of Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell as like Hollywood gold. And I think it's really something special that they said, we don't feel that marriage really is going to cement our relationship. We're happy, we love each other, and we don't need papers to say so. We're good. And they've been together for I think at this point like 40 years. It's amazing.
That's a long time.
They actually met on Valentine's Day. Hello.
That's actually the most adorable thing I've ever heard. I had no idea. And I'm with you, dude. And not only are they a good couple, but they're a cool couple who made it through probably like the horniest years of Hollywood to stay
Mm-hmm.
together. Like Hollywood is not necessarily the same thing it is now as it is then. Definitely, I mean, there's still a lot of sex, I'm sure, but back then it was a fucking fuck fest. So,
Yeah.
and everybody was breaking up for somebody else. It was
Everyone
just,
was fucking everyone at the same time. Ask Marlon Brando.
It was just like, there's nothing you could do. It was just orgies. They had left, after, right. It's just,
Yeah.
walking down the street, like, oh, damn, is that a titty? I think it
Yeah.
is. I'm just going on my way to the post office. Couldn't help it. It was just Hollywood. But so yeah, I think I'm gonna go also with Goldie Hawn and Kurt. They're just too cool of a couple. And I don't know, they're still rocking. And note, Simo said eliminate. I don't want to eliminate them. I like them. I like the lesbians very much,
No,
you
from the
guys. So
list.
don't.
From the list.
Yeah, sure. Simo's like, yes, make sure you take them out.
No. We need more queers on this planet.
Hey, Ellen, look, come back here. There's an intern you can yell at.
No. All the more reason why we need more restrictions on assault weapons. Just saying. Okay. So what's up
Oh,
next?
man. Okay, so we have Goldie and Kurt have made it. Up next, we're gonna move on to Barack and Michelle Obama versus Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah. And this is tough because, see, when I first got into Ozzy, it was the kind of thing where, he really was just this all the time. Yeah! Fuck yeah! It's Ozzy! King of fucking hell! He's goddamn Satan! Fuck yeah! He ate the head of a fucking bat! Oh my god! Did you see that? That is crazy! That is the craziest shit ever! And then all of a sudden, he gets this little TV show, and he goes into like, oh my god, Sharon, I can't find the remote. Oh, I found the remote, but now I can't make it work. Oh, so many
Sharon!
buttons on the remote. Sharon! The dog shat in the house again! Ah!
You know what?
And I fucking
Ozzy
love it.
reminds me of Britney Spears a little bit because Ozzy was clearly not well, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's just Ozzy." And right now, I look at Britney, I'm like, she's clearly not well. Everyone's like, "Oh, she's just been cooped up in the house for so long, poor thing." I'm like, something's not right with her. Like,
Yeah, no,
guys,
Britney's not. I'm not gonna lie. I was team free Britney. I still am. You know what I mean? Let her not fucking be under her dad's conservatorship. But somebody's got to watch out for her. I've been watching her shit, and it's like, what the
poor
fuck?
thing. So, I would have to go with Baraka and Michelle, only because Sharon and Ozzy have both been very open about them having such a tumultuous relationship. And I know that a lot of their relationship was plagued with like drug abuse and alcohol abuse and rehabs and a lot of domestic violence against each other. I think that Sharon has said in an interview before that they literally beat the shit out of each other. And so to me, that's not like the gold standard of relationships. And I feel like if I were to like name America's family or America's relationship, I would rather have Barack and Michelle on a poster than Sharon and Ozzy.
Well, they're
So,
also British, so you can't have a foreigner take
oh yeah,
their jobs.
get back across the lake, losers.
That's what I came to America for, taking your jobs. Nah, not those jerks.
I also think about like, okay, so Sharon and Ozzy's kids in the show were such brats. I mean, nowadays I'm assuming they behave better, but they were such brats. And I just thought, man,
Yeah,
like what awful parents. I mean, they're funny. I
yeah,
love
I
watching them.
love
I'm like,
them,
what
but they were.
awful
You're
parents.
right.
And then I
Kelly
look
was
at like
always.
Brock and Michelle's family. I'm like, they're angels. They're in love
That's
with
true.
each other. They're great parents. They have a loving household. Win-win, you know?
Yeah, that's true. It's tough to uh not vote for Brock and Michelle, especially because to give Ozzy and Sharon credit, no, they stuck together, very tumultuous. Ozzy came from a fucking awful town in England where all there was to do, if you didn't make it out, as a musician, was to work in a fucking factory.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
like picture all like Brits being like super fancy.
yeah. Yeah, no. It's the kind of thing where he was really came from a fucked up life, and he gets out of this awful town with no education and stuff, and then he becomes this crazy rock star where his craziness made him money, so it starts escalating. So it's kind of obviously different backgrounds. Brock didn't come from a good life either, but he wanted to be a politician and be president and stuff like that. So
But where was he
I
born?
don't ask that question, Simo.
I
You don't know who you're gonna bring out.
know.
Did he ask where he was born? No, damn it! How did you hear that? I'm always hearing things, okay, and I've been asking that the whole time. Okay, was he born in Kenya? Okay, was he born in China? Okay, we just don't know. No one's ever seen the birth certificate. Yes, we have seen the fucking birth certificate. No, no one's seen it. It's a total mystery. I've never seen it. It's because you closed your eyes when I showed it to you. Okay, I'm not going to comment on that. Okay, get out of here, Donald. No, I'm not going to want to know where he was born. Get out of here, Donald!
You know
God
what?
damn it!
They
Don't
should
ask
have
where Barack was born, Simo. You know that.
swapped birth certificate for like tax papers. Okay, I'll give you this, you give me that. It's a little switcheroo.
At the same
It's
time.
only fair.
Okay, dude.
Yeah,
What do?
they
Oh no,
should
you got
have.
it too fast. He'd never want to do that though, because Donald has little hands. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he could read. He'd be too scared to do that swap.
Yeah.
I'm sure Barack has big manly hands. I've seen him play basketball. He can
Of
fucking
course.
slam dunk. So, anyways,
I thought about
Ozzy.
like if you let's say like you're an artist and you've been commissioned to like create a sculpture for every president, and then they're like okay, here's the clay for Barack. Okay, great. And the next year they're like, okay, here's the clay for Donald. The artist would have to say, I need double the material and we need double
It's like
the
Jaws.
fees because this is a
I'm gonna need a
giant
bigger
human.
boat.
And if you're mad at me, then be mad at him because he eats fried chicken every night.
I'm
Our
gonna need a
president
lot
is
more
not the
spackle.
epitome of health. Yeah.
Bring on the clay trucks. You see these jets backing up like
Like I can just imagine Trump being like, "Well, where's my statue? There wasn't enough resources, Donald. There
we
wasn't enough
couldn't make it wide
resources."
enough.
Yeah.
Height, no problem.
The ground can't
Width.
support that much weight. Stop
It got
eating
tricky.
fast
You would
food
have
all the
toppled
time.
over. Oh shit!
Bad
Oh,
news
God.
bears.
Bad news bears. But anywho,
Mhm.
Ozzy, Barack, different backgrounds, led to different things. Sharon was also a total ride or die for him, and became even his manager, quitting her dad's fucking record label to literally live in poverty for him, in order to pursue his dreams and take him to be a star. And they got there. But
Mhm.
fuck, Barack and Michelle, they're so wholesome, dude. And I mean, it's a couple where, in this case, both couples, both the man and the wife, are incredibly charismatic and have their own thing going on. Obviously, Ozzy's not necessarily that smart anymore, but the man had so much talent that he didn't need it, and he had her giant brain. But Barack and Michelle are both brilliant people, and fuck, they're both so cool. You got to go with Barack and Michelle. They're the most like beautiful goddamn couple ever. If I ever found out there was all a ruse, I would be so disappointed. But you just see that that's
Yeah,
true
because
love
like
right there.
yeah, because you think about it. So Melania and Donald. There's
Mhm.
no way they're fucking. There's no way
Oh
they're
no way.
fucking.
She's definitely married.
Unless it's under contract, unless she's doing it against her will.
That's
Ooh.
true. Imagine having to
But
blow
I
that
can't
guy.
imagine her being like, "Come here, daddy." Same with Hillary and Bill Clinton. They're not fucking. They're not
No,
fucking.
no,
I wouldn't be
no, no, no,
surprised if Chelsea Clinton was a test tube baby. I bet you if Bill
back as
Clinton
Hillary
is
was a babe back in her day. I think that back in the day they were. And then, eventually Bill started, oh, let him, my fellow Americans, come here. Let me get those titties. And then,
see,
started.
I think that Bill Clinton is like a fetish weirdo and likes to do things that he knows is wrong. He's like, you know what? Monica Lewinsky, she's a 6, but this is so wrong. I love it. You know what I mean? That's why he was
He
at.
would
That's
take
why he
phone
was at.
calls. He would take phone calls with like, governors, senators, and shit, negotiating like budgets while getting blowjobs from her, which is wild.
Ugh, so
But to be
weird.
fair, she probably prevented so many wars. You know what I mean? Like,
Did she get
Mr.
them
President,
happy?
you gotta send the nukes right now. What are you gonna do? Oh, I'm so stressed. I think I'm gonna need to I need to bomb Mexico. And then all of a sudden you hear the zipper. Zoop.
Yeah,
You
but
hear a little
but
and then all of a sudden, oh, oh, never mind. Please don't blow Mexico anymore. Just blow me. I mean, no, just don't take down the nukes. And then boom, you know?
I
Just
just
saying.
think that I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Bill Clinton's name on the guest list of Epstein's Scary Island on multiple occasions. Same with Trump, but I can't even imagine Barack and Michelle being disrespectful to
No.
each other in their relationship and being caught up in the lifestyle of like the creepy rich old men. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know damn well that Barack and Michelle solve all their problems, with some hot cocoa around the fire. Little he wraps like a little blanket over her shoulder. He's like, Michelle, I think we all both learned a very important lesson tonight.
Yeah.
I love you. I promise I'll do better next time. She's like, oh, kiss me, Barry. Not until the children go to sleep. Go to bed, kids. All right, kiss me, woman. And
I can
they make
imagine it
sweet, sweet love.
being like, I'm holding the bottle. I'm holding the water bottle, so I can talk. No, honey, that's the rules. I can talk because I'm holding this. And then when you hold this, you can tell me what you have to say. I feel like they're very structured like that. You know what I mean?
Definitely, definitely. Like, Michelle, we agreed as a couple that this morning we will be having waffles, and you made pancakes, and that was a decision that you should have made as a couple. You're right, Barry. Next time I'll consult you. That's all I ask.
You know what? On Saturday nights when the grandparents are watching the kids, they take their twin beds and they put them together and they snuggle. It's beautiful.
Michelle, we should do this more often.
He's
That's
like,
right, Barry.
yeah.
This is quite nice. And the kids won't be home for another 2 hours, so you know what that means. We can watch Disney Plus. That's right, Michelle.
And then Dick Van Dyke on TV Land.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you my dick. It turns on the Dick Van Dyke Show. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. They win. They win. Barack and Michelle. That's fucking love, dude. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. So they made it on to the semifinals. And up next, this is a pretty cool matchup of the hip hop R&B stars. You got
Yeah.
Ice-T and Coco facing off against John Legend and Chrissy Teigen.
You know what?
And
Coco was a model too. So Coco and
That's right.
Chrissy have both got their start modeling.
Ooh, that's true. And they both have just ginormous, just big
Personalities.
set of personalities. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
You knew where I was going with that. Great. You know, because we're not.
And it's
fucking
nice that
therapists here at
personalities
Chat
get in the
Podcast.
way,
Exactly.
especially when trying to walk through doors of opportunity.
Big personalities. Sometimes, you know, things just get a little catty. But yeah. Anyways, honestly, here's the thing. I love John Legend. I love his music. I love Chrissy. I think she's cool. But I think every once in a while, she puts her foot in her mouth a little too much. It kind of annoys me. And she then tries to spin things around, like kind of making herself the victim a little bit. You know what I mean? Which I don't like people who, you know, I know she's had a tough go. Don't get me wrong. You know, they had the miscarriage and shit. Awful. That's not, you know, don't blame her for being certain. But before that, you know, she kind of had a history being a mean girl a little bit. So doesn't matter how much John Legend makes me dance. Ice-T and Coco never make me feel that way. They always make me laugh. It's always cool. Ice-T,
Yeah.
man, says pimping ain't easy. Great rapper, great actor. He even dabbled in metal, and that has not. I'm fanning out over Ice-T over here, but together as a couple, they're so cool and funny, and you know, I don't know. I just feel like I think they represent more that like cool hip hop couple. You know, Ice-T, the bling ass rapper with his wife with the giant ass and the big titties that he fucking loves, and they're out there having the greatest time ever. Meanwhile, John Legend and Chrissy Teigen together, I just feel like if you invited them to a Hollywood party, they would spend the entire time telling you how you should save the environment. You know what I mean?
See, I think that Chrissy would get really drunk and he would have to like babysit her.
Take her home.
I can see her like getting her on her soapbox. Everyone's like, okay, like you were like voted number 6 in Maxim's top 100 one year. Like, okay, great. Step down off your soapbox. People here are actually important.
That's actually very true. You know, I feel like maybe she'd be like super close to saying like the N-word or something. She'd be like, "It's okay. It's okay. I'm married to one. I can say it. You know? No, don't touch me. Do you know who I am? I'm Chris's Teigen. I can say it."
Well,
I've never thought about it like
definitely
that. But,
cannot. And I think that Ice-T and Coco, they got married, and I think that like 10 years later, so I think they like renewed their vows, which is
yeah,
cute.
they're so sweet.
And I think that they have a big house like in Jersey, right? He's very straight laced too. And I loved when he told Soulja Boy that his music was garbage. It was like killing the hip hop, like ruining the history of hip hop.
As a guy who liked the Soulja Boy songs, I thought it was a cool beat. Yeah, he's right. No offense to Soulja Boy. Great. You know, good for you for making it.
I think that it's quoted that
rap was
Ice-T
definitely
called it garbage, the word he used.
Ooh,
He wasn't like, I don't like it. He was like, it's, with his accent, it's garbage.
And
'Cause he's a New
Ice-T, the
York,
thing is, like, he's the fucking OG of rap. Like I said, he dabbled in so many different music genres. The guy knows music, and he's great at it. He fucking shit. When Ice-T says you suck, what do you do? Ugh. It's like if Dave Chappelle said we sucked at comedy. It's like,
see,
ugh.
for some of us, like Carlos, you're pretty young, so your biggest feud of your lifetime is probably like Jennifer Aniston or Angelina Jolie, right? And then
Mhm.
before that, it was like Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan, the Olympics,
Oh
and then
yeah,
before that, it
yeah,
was like it's like um uh Tupac and Biggie, right? And
yeah.
before
Well, around the
that,
same time.
my generation, it was Ice-T or LL Cool J. They had the beef,
Ah, wow.
which I
Very
think was just
fun.
like a hoax, just like to
Yeah,
have
like
some
one of
fun
those
and whatever. I don't
manufactured
think they hated
beefs.
each other, but that's what I grew up being like. Which one? I liked them
Ooh,
both. I felt very
yeah, they're both
torn.
great, and they're both totally different in their own way. Like they rap about different shit, and you know, LL's like the pretty guy with the giant pecs and sweet abs. Ice T's
Dimples.
more dirty in your
He
face.
was into
Yeah, he
that.
had those dimples. Though he could, have that string. Don't call it a comeback, you know. Um, but the Ice T was just, fucking Ice T. He's goddamn.
He did not like cops, and now he
Yeah.
plays one on TV, and that's so funny.
Wow. Now he gets paid billions to play one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
Well,
gotta go with Ice T and Coco, dude. I really do.
yeah, man.
Sorry, John Legend and Chrissy, but you guys, just something about you guys. Please don't hate me. Okay. Let me score the official round. And now we're on to the final battle of this round before we make it to the semifinals. We got Sonny and Cher versus Beyonce and Jay-Z. And note, this was difficult because previously things were very black and white. Not like this round, but in the sense of in the sense that we said, oh, well, this couple's still together or whatever, versus that couple got divorced. Obviously, we gotta go with the one that's still together, type thing. But while Sonny and Cher divorced, they stayed very great friends until the end of Sonny's life. And there was a lot of mutual love and respect there. Versus Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're still together, but we've all seen the video of a certain sister of Beyonce attacking
Oh,
a certain husband of
hoping you would say
Beyonce
this.
in an elevator because of some cheating. And we've heard the songs from Beyonce, and we all know that, Jay-Z was out there banging all the single ladies.
Hmm.
So
Well
can't
said.
take that out of it. Can't, longevity is not necessarily answers the question here. You got both couples wrote hit singles with each other. All you need in my life is that me and my boyfriend, versus I got you, babe. I got you, babe. So they're very similar in many ways. I don't know.
If
I don't know.
you and Julie were drunk at the bar and singing karaoke, which romantic song would come to your mind first?
Well, it would be easier for us to do I Got You, Babe, because, no offense to Julie, I don't think she could hold the choreography with me to do Jay-Z and Beyonce, if we do
Fair.
one of their songs together. So I'm not going to go out there and make myself look like a fool, you know what I mean, just because she can't keep up. So naturally, I'm going to go with the Sway song so she can, just sway back and forth. And can't go wrong swaying.
Well, I would have to do I Got You, Babe, just because I can't read fast. You know,
So
English is Osmario's second language, so it wouldn't be fair to do
yeah, it
Beyonce and
works
Jay-Z.
either way. You both can't read that fast.
Yeah.
So I do think Sonny and Cher are a cuter couple. for sure. But honestly, I think fuck, it would be a disservice to not send Beyonce and Jay-Z forward because they are fucking the megastar couple of the world and have been for the last like 10 fucking years. So,
I
I mean,
questioned their relationship a lot, and then I know they got married like without like camera crews. So I thought, okay, well maybe this is like for love. But I just can't imagine them having anything but a very transactional like relationship. It's very
see,
much
the thing
like
is, at this point, if it was the case, they would have gotten divorced. They each are worth like a fucking $1 billion. Like
I think
nothing to gain at this
collectively. I
point.
don't think separately. I think collectively
Yeah,
they're
no,
billionaires.
no. Beyonce herself uh is worth like a fucking billion, and then they're worth like a lot, huh? Beyonce net worth. Let's go. Oh, she's worth 500 million. Okay, you're right. Jay-Z net worth. This is as of 2022. Jay-Z's worth 1 billion. She's worth 500 million. So honestly, if they got divorced and just walked their separate ways at this point, there's no reason for them to stay together. In fact, it would maybe even benefit Beyonce to be single again at this point, after all the shit, career
I
wise. You
get
know
the
what I mean?
sense she's a homebody. She doesn't drink or do any drugs or anything. She's just a mom, likes to hang out with her kids. I think I'm very torn with this one. I actually don't like either of these couples because Sonny and Cher, they didn't make it. And Beyonce and Jay-Z, I don't think are really in love. I do think it's for I don't know. I don't care. I leave it up to you because I just hope that neither of these two make it to the final round. That's all.
Well, they're gonna have a tough matchup next, anyways, because they'll be facing up against Ice-T and Coco. So I'm gonna go with Beyonce and Jay-Z. They are the fucking megastar couple. They are it, and have been for quite some time. And I think aside all the bullshit, you know, there's love there somewhere still. Otherwise, I do think they would have got divorced by now. That's just me. So I will send them through to the semis. Now we're down to the last 2 rounds. 4 couples. Hold on, let me get my dramatic music going. Yes, 4 couples. All of them pretty epic. Have way more money than we do. Up first, you're gonna have Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell against Barack and Michelle Obama. And then Ice-T and Coco face off against Beyonce and Jay-Z. What are we gonna do? Oh God. So Goldie and Kurt versus Barack and Michelle.
Well, if you pick one couple, you're racist. When you pick the other couple, you're patriotic. So,
I didn't mean for this tournament to turn to race wars, you guys. From the last round of
yikes.
this war, uh, we don't see color here at the Frat Chat Podcast.
My gut
We're
is telling me
exposed to
Goldie Hawn and
radiation.
Kurt Russell.
You want to send them? I honestly, I'm with you because okay, Barack and Michelle again, beautiful. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, beautiful. But Barack and Michelle, they don't hit while they are very much an it couple for me. Don't get me wrong. If I walked into them right now, I would fangirl like a little bitch. But Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have that it factor, that rock star status almost. You know what I mean? Even though they're both movie stars. It's like, holy shit, they have seen it all. They have rocked through it all. They're still working. I think they hit that definition for me of a badass celebrity couple more than Barack and Michelle. That's just me.
I think that if we were to run into both couples at a party, I think Barack and Michelle have probably mastered. I'm not saying it's disingenuous, but I'm sure they probably mastered their like public face. Like, okay, we're amongst
Yeah.
people. We're gonna So I don't know if what we see in person with Barack and Michelle is strategy or if it's the authentic this their authentic selves, which isn't a
Uh-huh.
bad thing. I don't think that when people see at work
Yeah, the
is
guy was
usually
president.
what
He
you
had
see,
to.
you know.
You know, literally, he wore a tan suit, and Fox News called him a terrorist. So it's like he kind of has to. I don't blame
So
him.
I think that if I were to see Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn in public, that their dynamic would be very, very similar, if not identical, to the dynamic that they have at home. I just think that they're a bit
Yeah,
more of a genuine couple. So I have to go with them.
for sure. I feel like I'd like to just hang out with them at a Hollywood party, but then we would somehow end up in like a Chili's taking shots and eating cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And then
Or
go
we
to
will
smoke
all
a
be
joint.
in a hot tub holding 40s.
Yeah. I'm with that. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to send them through. Which wow, this was a one that I thought would take us longer to discuss. But we're pretty much on the same page there. So that's great. Goldie and Kurt are making it to the finals, which means now we have Ice-T and Coco versus Beyonce and Jay-Z.
You know what I think. It's up to you.
Woo, this is
I
tough
don't
because
think Beyonce and Jay-Z are in love. And quite frankly, I don't know how Beyonce is able to make love to Jay-Z, knowing that she can get with anyone in the world, being like one of the most beautiful women in the world. And she settled with Jay-Z. Looks like someone squished his head. Like maybe his head got squished in the birth canal, like a jelly bean.
Yeah, he looks like he should hang out in the claymation world with Gumby.
Mm-hmm.
um, see, at least here it's funny because I mean it's kind of a the same situation here for both of the ladies. They're definitely way more attractive than their counterparts in this particular case. Um, yeah, I mean, sure, Jay Z and Beyonce wrote "Crazy in Love," but were they really crazy in love when they wrote that? Not so much,
Did they write
apparently.
it?
Since I think Beyonce, well, maybe wrote. Who? Let me see. Who wrote "Writer Crazy in Love"? It's a songwriter by Beyonce featuring rappers from her future husband. Why doesn't it say it right away? Um, actually, I read that. Who wrote "Crazy in Love"? Beyonce, Jay Z, Rich Harrison, and Eugene Records. So it was a bunch of them, but they helped. And Jay Z did his verse, I guess. So, but yeah, 2 months later, you see Solange like, "Where the fuck you cheating on my sister, you bitch?" So it makes you think that he was also crazy making love. I'm gonna go with Ice-T and Coco
I have
in
to
like a
too.
diddle daddle.
And I think that I don't know. I mean, they had a reality TV show called Ice Loves Coco, right? Ran for 3
Right?
seasons. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's tough to
um,
do.
most reality shows destroy relationships. Think
Yeah,
about it. They always
yeah,
do. On the
for
Housewives,
sure.
they go on happily married, and then after a couple seasons, they're all divorced and single, ready to
Mhm.
mingle. I think that that's a testament of Ice-T and Coco's relationship. If reality TV didn't break you, I mean, you got it.
Yeah, I'm with you. So they'll be making it to the finals. Wow. And now you guys. Hold on, I gotta get dramatic again. And we have made it to the finals, you guys. After 22 couples started out, and then we whittled it down to 16 to do the tournament. We have now, after an epic battle of couple supremacy, narrowed it down to 2 final couples. Maybe I should do it with a deep voice. 2 final couples, yeah!
2
Yeah, that's
final
epic.
couples, yeah.
We got Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell up against Ice-T and Coco. Who's it gonna be?
Hmm.
Hmm.
This one's tough. These are the 2 that I was like, man, they're the last 2. This is gonna be really hard.
I'm doing my
I
thinking face.
think I'm very torn. I love them both dearly.
Is that because of this or because of us Mario last night?
What?
So you're very torn?
Oh. No, I'm under the weather. I told him none. You can't have it. I was like, baby,
Mm.
I'm the sniffles. No, make me feel better. If you ate my ass. So I think that I'm just trying to think of like what like the world would say. And I think that like older people would be like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell are such a cute couple. But I feel like the younger generation wouldn't be like as excited. But I think that both old and young generations would be like Ice-T and Coco are like a couple. I don't know. I'm torn, but I feel like
Well,
more
that's where
people
we
would
have me and
probably
you,
support.
young and old generations coming
Yeah,
together to discuss.
I think that Ice-T and Coco, when I see them on the red carpet, I get a little bit more excited than when I see Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell if they go to an event.
Mm.
Do you think that Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell would be as relevant today if it wasn't for their famous daughter, Kate Hudson, keeping
No,
them?
because Kurt Russell's doing some big movies still, man. He's doing Marvel movies and shit. He's
He
still
is. Who
yeah,
is
he's
he in
still
that?
he was the dad for Guardians of the Galaxy. He played Chris Pratt's dad in like the
Oh,
second one, which
really?
was huge. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
okay. That's good.
Let's see, Kurt Russell movies recently. He's been in a lot of stuff that I've been watching. Oh, damn it, it's all in Spanish. Let me
You know what he hasn't
fucking
been in? Me, unfortunately.
okay.
Waka waka.
Very good. Kurt Russell movies. For some reason, my thing was in Spanish. Oh yeah, he was in the Fast Furious saga. He was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Alan Something Bodsey, as I said. Yeah, those are. He did Deepwater Horizon with Mark Wahlberg recently. He's been The Hateful Eight, which was a fantastic fucking movie with Samuel L. Jackson, and that's a Quentin Tarantino movie, and Jamie Foxx, I believe, is in that. No, he's not in that, but yeah, Sam Jackson is. Crazy good movie. Yeah. This is he's had a career, man. He's still rocking. So I think, I mean, don't get me wrong. What's Ice-T's TV show? Not Law. Is it not Law and Order? No, right? The cop show.
I
Yeah, Law and
forget.
Order. It's big and all, but Kurt Russell is definitely making it much bigger right now. Goldie, I don't think has been acting that much recently, but
She was just tiny little parts in the Christmas Chronicles, right? And that was called
yes,
something like that.
with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, but she was just a tiny little part in it.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as small parts, just small penises.
Just small penises.
Remember that. Yeah, let's write that down, people. I really see this is tough because as far as who I would like to hang out with more, Ice-T and Coco, I feel like would be the people I would go to the concert with or the party with. But Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell would be the people I hang out at the after party with and like chill out and smoke that joint and I think I can't deny that Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell are the most iconic Hollywood couple right now. I think I got to go with them. And you don't have to change yours. We can have a tiebreaker. We just have to figure out who to call.
I know. I don't disagree with you. I think they're a great couple, but I also don't think that they. I just don't see them as often. So I'm just going off of
You hang out with
memories.
Ice-T and Coco all the time.
But I see them in every awards show. You know,
Yeah, but
I
just because a
think
couple likes attention more than the other doesn't mean, I feel like, fuck, how many award shows have Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn going to in their day? They're probably over it.
I think I'm gonna have to. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to agree with you on Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. They've been together for 40 years, and Ice-T and Coco have been together for like 20 years. So they have double the amount of of longevity.
Time. Yeah.
And
I didn't think
that's why I chose some other that was my reasoning for some other decisions I made in last week's episode. So I felt like I'll just go with that again. They've been in it to win it the longest, and that's it. And they're not even married, and they still are
There
the
you go.
power couple. Okay,
They could've
that's my
walked
final
away,
answer.
and they never did. So
I just feel
we have
racist for
made it
saying that.
to the end. You got got. We have made it to the end of our epic tournament, you guys, and determined the greatest celebrity couple of all time. Congratulations to Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. You guys are such a cool couple. From your sexy days where you started together onto your now, slightly older and saggier days. We still love you guys. So, let us know what you think of Simo's dance moves over there, but also let us know what you think of our results of the list. Did we get this right? Is there any couple that you thought should have gone further? Did we miss a couple altogether that you thought should have been in there? Let us know if you love it. Let us know if you hate it. Follow us at Frat Chat Podcast on all social channels. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. That's on Twitter. And, of course, follow our YouTube page and watch our show clips and hilarious content at Frat Chat Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you give me a follow as well at Carlos Does the World. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. That's on TikTok. And, of course, on YouTube. And follow my Twitter at Carlos Does World. And last but not least, make sure you follow my buddy Simo over there at chris.moore.comedy on Instagram, on TikTok, and see more comedy on the old Twitter machine. Oh, yeah. And all right, Mr. Mo, it's time for me to go to the bathroom, so get us out of here, please.
I like to motion to adjourn this meeting, please.
And I second. All right, you guys. We'll be back next week with another fantastic episode of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time, the Frat Chat Podcast. See ya.
Ciao.